Good morning, everyone. I am lecturer. Today I am giving information about the third semester subject fabric structure in that fourth unit about the weaves. In the earlier sessions, we have discussed about the looms and the types of looms which are used for the construction or the manufacturing of the fabrics. Today we are going to learn about the definition of the weaving and the classification of weaves. Today's session is first session. What is a weaving then? Weaving is nothing but the major method of fabric construction, that is the method which is used for the construction of the fabrics. Here for weaving you need a device that is a loom. Different types of looms are used to manufacture fabrics, maybe shuttle loom or the shuttleless loom. Earlier sessions we have discussed about the types of the shuttle looms and the shuttleless looms. Instead of the shuttle, we are using some of the other devices to insert the weft yarns. So for weaving, we need two types of yarns, warp and the weft yarns. Weft yarns are inserted with the help of the shuttle through the shuttle by different techniques. Weaving is defined as a process of interlacing of warp and weft yarns at right angles to each other. There are practically an endless number of ways of interlacing warp and weft yarns. The warp yarn are sometimes termed as ends and weft yarns are termed as pick or filling. So weaving is a process of interlacing of two types of yarns, warp and the weft yarns at right angles to each other. There are various interlacing methods depending on the type of the weaves you need, and the interlacement order also changes. So warp yarns are the lengthwise yarns, weft yarns are the widthwise yarns. Warp yarns, you already learned that warp yarns are fixed to the warp beam to the cloth beam. So warp yarns needs more strength than the weft yarns. This diagram shows about the which are the warp yarns, which are the weft yarns, and the what is a selvage. So every fabric has a selvage. That is, the weft yarns are wrapped around the warp yarns to create an edge to the fabric that is known as the selvage. That is, it is compactly woven and it is self-edged. The horizontal yarns are called weft yarns. These are the weft yarns, and the warp yarns run vertical in length of the fabric known as the grain. These are the warp yarns. These are the weft yarns. So horizontal yarns and the vertical yarns. Vertical yarns are warp yarns and the horizontal yarns are weft yarns. So according to the selvage, the yarns which are parallel to selvage are known as the warp yarns. That is, lengthwise yarns are known as the warp yarns. The weaving process involves preparation of warp and the weft yarns. The weft yarns that comes directly from spinning is used as it is, but sometimes they are pre-wound in small bobbins on winding machine to produce a larger weft yarn package. So for the preparation of the weaving, the preparation is very much. So you have to prepare the warp and the weft yarns. What is the preparation then? You have to select the warp and the weft yarns. While selecting the warp and the weft yarns, you should note which yarns must be stronger than the which yarns. So here warp yarns need more strength because it undergoes many operations while inserting the weft yarns. That is, pick, the shuttle abrasion to the warp yarns will be more than the weft yarns. Weft yarns that comes directly from spinning is used as it is, but sometimes they are pre-wound in a small bobbins on winding machine to produce a larger weft yarn package. So you can directly use or you can wound it on the small bobbins like using the other devices. The warp yarn goes thorough warping and sizing before it is woven. After weaving, the woven fabrics are sent to folding department for inspection and the grading. After weaving completion, the fabric is sent to the folding department for the inspection and the grading of the fabrics. So before this, the warp yarns, while select the warp yarns, you have that warping and the sizing is done to those yarns. A person who makes fabric by weaving fiber together is a weaver. Most weavers use a loom, a device that holds the threads tightly as they are being woven. A craft weaver works by hand weaving without a loom, but most weavers use either a hand loom or a power loom. So who is a weaver? The person who makes fabrics by weaving fiber or the yarn together, but weaving is done by using the yarns only. So that person is known as the weaver. Most weavers use loom, that is a device which holds the threads tightly as they are being woven. So this is the definition of weaving. So what is a weaving? Weaving is nothing but the major method of fabric construction by interlacing warp and the weft yarns. That is, you need minimum 2 yarns for the weaving purpose. One yarn is known as the warp yarn, another weft yarns. The lengthwise yarns, that is yarns which are fixed from warp beam to the cloth beam, they are known as the warp yarns, and while inserting through the shuttle, those yarns are known as the weft yarns. So for weaving you need 2 types of yarns, warp and the weft yarns. The person who is weaving by using a loom is known as a weaver. So he should have knowledge about the weaving. That person is known as the weaver. This is about the weaving and the weaver. Weaves are classified into 2 groups: basic weaves and decorative weaves. So weaves are classified into 2 main groups: basic weaves and the decorative weaves. These are the images of the basic weaves. See the interlacement order, see the differences, but these 3 are basic weaves. This is a plain view, this is a twill view and a satin view. Classification of views. Basic views are again classified into 3 groups: plain view, twill view and satin view. So plain, twill and satin comes under a basic view group. Plain view. The plain view is again divided into 2 groups, that is the rib view and the basket view. These are the variations of a plain view. So which are the variations of a plain view? Rib view and the basket view. Twill view. Twill view is again classified into 3 groups: right hand twill view, left hand twill view and the broken twill view. So by seeing the diagonal effect, you can identify the right and the left hand twill view, and the broken twill view is a combination of both the right and the left hand twill view. Here right hand twill view is again classified into even and the uneven, depending on the number of yarns used for the interlacement, that is the warp and the weft yarns. They are again classified into even and the uneven. For example, even 2 into 2, that is 2 warp yarns are interlaced with the 2 weft yarns. So that weave is known as the even twill view. Here twill, what is the difference between the plain and the twill view? Earlier you see the images, compare the images. Here plain view, here one up and one down. So that is, this is the interlacement order. See here the diagonal effect, diagonal lines comes here. So this is the twill view. Here long floats will be there in a satin views. So here if it is in this way, this is known as the left hand twill view. If the diagonal effect comes from this to this, this is known as the right hand twill view. So in this way you can classify the twill view into right hand twill view, left hand twill view and the broken twill view. Right hand, again there are two types, even right hand twill view, uneven right hand twill view, depending on the number of warp and the weft yarns used for the construction. Again the left hand twill view is classified into even left hand twill view, uneven left hand twill. And third one is the broken twill view, herringbone twill view, that is the combination of both the right and the left hand twill view. Last third one is the satin view. The basic, it is also a basic view, and the variation of a satin view is a satin view. These are the basic views. Next is the decorative views. Decorative views are again classified into three groups. They are advanced view, figurative view and the decorative view. These are the classification of under the decorative views. Advanced views. Under advanced views, again groups are there. Lino or the gauze view. Second one is the pile view. Again the pile view is variations are cut pile view and the uncut pile view. Third one is the double cloth view. These comes under advanced view. So advanced view, lino or the gauze view, pile view and the double cloth view. Second is the figurative view. Which are the figurative views then? Figurative views are jacquard view and the Dobby view. This comes under figurative view group. Last is the decorative view, swivel view and the lappet view. These are the decorative views. So by knowing this information, we can answer these questions. First one is define weaving. Second, mention the classification of views. Third, mention the variations of a plane view. List out the variations of a twill view. List out the decorative views. So you can answer these questions by remembering the classification. You have to remember those classification of views and you can answer all these questions. Thank you.